Hi, I'm here with Joni Brill Dashoff, who is the art director of Philcon, or sorry, not the art director, but head of the
art show
at Philcon, but she has actually quite a history with Philcon, and she's going to share that with us.
Hi, I'm born and raised in Philadelphia. Learned to read science fiction and never knew about fandom until way many years ago when my first Philcon, they invited Isaac Asimov down, and my brother called and said, "Hey, come on down, he's speaking." And a fellow I knew from high school working at the library.
Did you say Isaac who, or?
No.
Okay.
I was just a polite little fangirl, didn't do anything. But I met someone who was a friend who was involved in the committee, and the tradition is beware of your friends, they can get you involved in anything.
Right.
From there it was the Philadelphia Science Fiction Society, which sponsors the Philcon conference every year. And then later the Millennium Philcon, Worldcon in Philadelphia. In the meantime, I married that fellow that had suckered me into working at PISPIS and Philcon, and I was treasurer. And then the year that I was treasurer was the year we had Isaac Asimov as our formal guest.
Wow. And
moved to the upgrade hotel, the Adams Smart.
Everybody upgrades eventually.
Yes,
well,
and
let me ask
like adults.
So let me ask you a quick question. There's cons, there's this con, there's that. What makes Philcon special? Why should people who are watching this think about possibly visiting
one
Philcon?
Of the oldest ones. The New York group came down to visit Philadelphia. It has concentrated primarily on the literature, but as we've gotten older, added kids who are interested in science fiction in any media form, we have managed to incorporate the other media forms without completely losing our literary focus.
Got it. So
our dealer's room will have lots of books and other things. We still have, we encourage fabric being masquerade, costume skits. We have anime discussions. A couple years ago, we tried having a Second Life virtual thing going on. They moved on and did somebody else because they were still trying things out. But we did have a virtual Philcon link going on a couple years ago.
Cool. How cutting edge.
Well, and that's actually one of our program tracks is officially called Cutting Edge, to incorporate all these new things that doesn't fit in any of the categories people normally try and sort things into.
What would you say the average number of people who attend Philcon a year is?
Our max at one point was about 2,000. We're probably down to 1,000 because we did a time switch to December after the Worldcon in order to...
No, I don't find that...
And then we found out what fans claim is they're not religious.
Right.
But
right.
December is a very social month.
Yes.
So we moved back to November.
Right.
And also ended up moving across the river to Cherry Hill, New Jersey,
it's like when you
all of Philadelphia does.
When you hear the TV shows change their time slots and have to find their audience again.
Yes.
By the way, I personally don't find smaller cons, even if you lose less, I find them to be, in some ways, a little bit more manageable and a lot more fun.
Well, our new hotel also allows us to be more focused because the rooms are co-located, and the hotel's making its money off the banqueting, which
Terrific.
is just off the main area, so we have people who can find each other better. Like, we set the gaming up in the lobby outside the main function areas, and so people sit at the tables not just for gaming but for any conversations continuing after panels and stuff. Last year the chair decided that using the Wii equivalent of a dance, interactive dance, was more fun for the teenagers, and he stayed up all night.
Brilliant.
Having dance-offs with the kids, and they were doing great.
I love it.
So we almost decided we don't need an official kids track anymore because they're, at least the teenagers and college ones, are more formally into the subgenres that they like.
Right. Why don't you tell us about this year's Guests of Honor?
Well, Philcon this year is having Peter Beagle, who is most famous for writing The Last Unicorn and has done other stuff subsequently, which unfortunately doesn't come to mind for me.
Right.
My mother taught me that as long as you know where to find the reference,
Exactly.
you can get it later.
Well, it's the web. We can super it across
Right,
the screen,
right.
you know.
And that's the point. We don't have any other guests lined up because Philcon is in November. We're still getting our program invites out, but the website is up.
And what's the website?
Philcon.org.
Great. And we'll super that on the website also.
And as I said, there's also additional information at pisfis.org, pisfis being Philadelphia Science Fiction Society.
Okay.
What's our famous editor who started all the chapters in the city. So Lasfis is one, the Lunarians out of New York.
Yeah, we shoot out of Lasfis.
Oh, well,
yeah.
yes. So, my other set of friends are on the West Coast.
That's us. Never Ending Panel is shot out of Lasfis every week.
Who went ahead and got a clubhouse like Boscombe, Nespa, Northeast, New England Science Fiction.
Joni, thank you so much for being on neverendingpanel.com and telling us about Philcon. And I'm sure our fans, when they see this, we're going to post your website and your email, so they'll be able, if they have any other questions, to ask you. And really appreciate you being here.
Yes, and convention's a great place to meet other people like I got to meet you. Thank you.
Terrific.